Very much for bringing in us all those details. But we've covered Hero Honda for you in great depth. The stock has started to recover, in fact, from the lows of the day. Let's shift focus then on BhartiAirtel, which has launched its 3G services in Mumbai today. In an exclusive interview with ETNOW, Sushmita Mohapatra, Atul Bindal, the president of mobile services at BhartiAirtel, discusses the details of the 3G rollout and the way forward for the group.
Currently about 13.5% of the total revenue, total top line actually comes out of non-voice. This includes SMS as well, which you could take about 4% or so. So it is this balanced 9%, which you could argue, which is actually really exploding very, very fast. If you were to look at the Western market, for any leading telco, which has had 3G for quite some time, anywhere from 30 to 32, 33, 34% of their total revenues would actually be coming from non-voice. So we can actually argue that that's the potential in the marketplace. Having said that, obviously the percentage to which 3G handsets and devices exist, the rate at which that actually starts growing, the speed and pace at which the ecosystem will start developing around content and applications, etc., that's going to be crucial determinant of actually how fast this bridge develops between 13.5% on the one hand and 30% plus on the other. But we are absolutely confident that it will happen. It will happen sooner rather than later.
In terms of tariffs, again, you have seen competition launch 3G, and you obviously have also given out tariff points for your various circles. But, will there be tariff differences between various circles as you enter new markets and new cities?
Well, there have been three guiding principles for us when we have gone about setting 3G prices. Number one is pricing simplicity. For any one type of customer, for any one segment in the market, the pricing should be very simple and easy to understand and driven by the kind of applications and needs that that particular segment would like to use Airtel 3G for. Secondly is that, unlike, let's say, mobile voice, which is by and large a mature market, at least in urban India, for internet and data, you actually have a spectrum which spreads from one end of the continuum where you have very light and occasional users to actually very regular and heavy users. For the light and occasional users, it is almost the first time internet consumption which you were seeing, let's say, many years ago, where you would walk to an internet cafe, just pay for an hour and actually use that. In order to really propel and drive the demand amongst that base of the market, what we have come out is with a variety of different sachet plans, which essentially ensure that you can actually try it out, you can keep on buying repeat packs. So it's almost like buying a sachet of shampoo, sachet of tea or whatever it is and so on. So, and we believe that that's really what will ensure that the category grows at a very fast pace. At the upper end, we actually have something which has come out as an Airtel innovation for the first time in the industry. That's a Flexi Shield plan where we start with 675 rupees and then there's a cutoff at 2,000 rupees. So actually you don't have a billing shock, but at the same time you don't have to go through the entire purchase cycle again and again as your consumption actually increases. And of course then there are a variety of other innovations as well. So that's the second piece.
So by when will you be pan-India?
As I said, by the same time next year, we should be in a very large number of towns. You see, we have invested over 13,000 crores. So clearly, there's nothing to hold us back. The pace and the speed would be determined by how fast the ecosystem in the market develops. I mean, even today, if you were to take the 3G devices and handsets, after the first, let's say, few hundred cities, the penetration and percentage actually drops remarkably. So clearly that has to pick up. And that's where we are actually actively collaborating with the various partners, the handset manufacturers, so that they can bring more and more 3G compliant devices into the country at the right kind of pricing point.
Will there be any tie-up in that end?
Yes.
You will tie up with perhaps 3G handset manufacturers to increase penetration.
Absolutely, we will.
And by when will we see some kind of a tie-up?
So those are happening as we speak, and there would be tie-ups and bundles which would be there to suit the various needs in the marketplace.
10 cities so far. You have about 5 lakh customer additions just in 3G. Going ahead, what are the numbers? When will this double? Will Mumbai be the key city which will drive the doubling of these numbers?
So see, the number is already well ahead of 5 lakhs. Even as we speak, the number is really galloping, and this number comprises both existing customers as well as new customers who are increasingly coming onto Airtel 3G networks. It's not just in terms of number of customers. Actually, if you see the amount of data that they are consuming, whether it be audio, video, business productivity, that's actually very very gratifying too. It's already assuming a very significant and strong percentage of our overall 2G data consumption that actually shows us that it is absolutely a step in the right direction. And there is a very large amount of latent demand which is there in our country.
The MNP which has been talked about, and Airtel really hasn't gained that many numbers, through MNP.
So let me.
That's BhartiAirtel on the 3G rollout, 2.5% higher. Of course, the stock is 2.5% higher. The other telecom stocks also have not had a bad day, really. It's been an indifferent performance for some of these. But Sandeep, on the charts, any of the telecom stocks, Bharti in particular?
Well, Idea and Bharti are looking good, Neeraj. I think Bharti would do well once above 340, then it can speed up, and in fact it can go to 355, 358. That should be the next target. If you ask me now, I'll look at buying it around a little lower, possibly 328 or 325 in that range, or above 340 for a target of 355 to 358.
All right. That's the word coming in on a BhartiAirtel. We've got the stock higher by 2.5% in intraday trade, trading at about 332 right now. Slip into a short break on that note. Still in conversation with Sandeep Bagre. We'll discuss specific stories on the other side as well. Stay tuned.